Hi, I'm Darryl Young. I'm at C2E2 in Chicago, 2021. As you can see, I love retro art. I love stuff from the 70s and the 80s. You can find me on Instagram at Darryl Young Design 69. And please visit my friend's site, Raze Chaos. He's the one who's filming you right now. Take care and thank you.
And welcome back, everybody. My name is Raze Chaos. You've made it back to my channel, and yeah, we have got a interesting one this time. We have got the General Zod pop from the Flash movie. Wasn't the best of movies in my opinion. I'm not even going to pretend. I did not necessarily enjoy that. I loved some of the cameos when they were showing the multiverse, but like at the same time, it was like, why? It felt like that they really wanted to push the whole multiverse aspect of it more than actually giving us a good story. That's my opinion. Wasn't a big fan of the Flash movie. So, we won't stick too much on that because Raze is more of a fan, and the majority of the reason why I got this pop was because it is General Zod, and it's the only General Zod there. If they make a comic book accurate General Zod in any of his incarnations, I'd probably pick that one up and probably put this on the stack of, yeah, we don't need to keep this one. But we're going to go ahead and put this guy away, and we're going to talk about General Zod a bit. So General Zod has been a fixture of Superman comics since way back in 1961. His origin has been changed depending on the times and what he really represented. Originally in 1961, he was portrayed as a power-hungry general of his, he's Dru-Zod, but he is a general in the Kryptonian army. But he gets a little power mad, and that he essentially is creating his own little sub-army of that serve only him. And in doing so, he actually destroys a military base on Kryptonian's inhabited moon. Yeah, that doesn't go over well with them, with his attempt at treason and his destruction of an entire military base. He gets punished by being put into the Phantom Zone, which is what the Kryptonians used instead of prison, which is essentially what spared him from being destroyed when the entire planet ended up blowing up. And eventually he gets out, and he pops up from time to time during the Silver Age to essentially continue what he was originally going to do with his two villains and with the two other Kryptonian followers, and try and take over Earth. And of course, that version was utilized in the original original Superman timeline of movies with Christopher Reeve. He was played by Terrence Stamp, and Terrence Stamp really did give you that aura that this guy is incredibly full of himself, and he really played that off as a very above everybody type attitude, and give him superpowers, and he's just kind of like, oh yeah, well we know better than you. After the crisis, they decided to bring Zod back, post-crisis, when everything was reset, and I don't think they really wanted to have like this mad Kryptonian all over the place. So what they did is they had an alternate Earth that Superman goes to visit, and when he gets there, he basically finds a desolate nothing. There is nobody on this planet until he runs into Zod and his two henchmen. And yeah, they basically destroyed the entire planet trying to take over. And when the three of them obviously outnumber Superman, and they kind of beat him down, and their whole purpose at that point is, hey, you're from another Earth. We want that Earth. And they're basically going to make the Earth we live in into a desolate wasteland like the world they've already destroyed. And in order to stop that, Superman has to take drastic measures, and he actually executes them with green kryptonite. And yeah, they beg, but that's not a case. And they honestly show Superman actually executing them with this green K, and showing the effects it has on him. But having the weight of the world on his shoulders, literally, he really didn't see another way out. And then they thankfully let it haunt him all the way through. And yeah, I think that was a very important aspect that they needed to do with that. And when you're going to have Superman actually kill somebody, that is how it should go. And yeah, that was a big thing. And I don't like how it was handled in Man of Steel at all, but you know, but yeah, that's the one we got. And of course, that's where this version is from the Man of Steel. So we're going to go ahead and take this guy out and have a look at him. And here he is. What I will give him is that they do have him set up as a great warlord in that movie. And the portrayal of him in that movie, the only thing I don't like about the movie depictions of Zod is that he is essentially trying to save a colony of Kryptonians and bringing them into another habitat for them to live in. So essentially he is thinking about people, but he's putting his own race above another race. So it becomes a matter of survival, and in certain stories, the Zod from the movies could be considered a hero who is desperately trying to find a home for his people. What I enjoy about the comic book version of Zod is that he tends to be just a megalomaniac. He's not concerned about anybody unless they worship him. And that's what really makes him an all-out villain. I'm not a big fan of making villains sympathetic in movies. That's why I tend to lead towards the comics, because I don't want to feel sorry for the bad guy. I just want him to get his butt kicked. Maybe that's heartless. Maybe that's, yeah, you just don't understand. Well, yeah, I don't have to understand. He killed people. He cold-bloodedly killed people. He's not a good guy in my opinion. So, but yeah, that's a great looking Pop. He's got the armor on. He's completely full, regal. I guess we'll say regal. But yeah, that is General Zod and how he's portrayed. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here now. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and never forget that life is full of odd moments. You never know when you're going to be defined.
Yep.